The man, Cam Rowston. Thank you for taking the time, sir.
Thanks for coming. What a setup.
Finally, I get to talk to the man. They seem wet, but I disinfected them. All right, pull that mic up to you, brother.
Man, I got a fat head. I got to fix this.
Do you finally feel like when, there was 2 years out of the cage before the Contender Series, and then you go on and you put on that display against arguably one of the best middleweights and could have been light heavyweight in Australia? How do you feel, mate?
I was pretty tired after the fight. Took a lot of energy to keep that man down. But I feel really good. I'm on a pretty good high right now.
Well, and initiating the grappling, was that the game plan coming in?
Nah, I saw that look in his eyes. He had that look where he's like, we're gonna sprint until one of us goes down or till the final bell goes. And I looked at him and I was like, all right, we're gonna sprint. He hit me with a good cross. I could see it loading up. And I was like, don't want to eat any more of those. Let's shoot.
Oh, wow. No one ever says that.
I could see him winding it up, so I knew I have pretty good timing. I have a lot of training partners who, they're all strikers. They're Carlos, Izzy, Navajo, all those guys. So if I can time takedowns on them in training, I'm like, I could probably do it in here, so I'll give it a shot.
Your jiu-jitsu looked incredible. Is it something that you have kind of always wanted to sort of show off? I know you've had moments in the past, but you look like a jiu-jitsu practitioner in this one.
Yeah, I've got a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. I started with jiu-jitsu back in Sydney. My old coach, Fabio Glazer, he actually lives up here on the Gold Coast. He's got a gym. I started training with him. Old school Brazilian guy. There's no water in training. It'll be 2 hours, 30 degrees on the mat in the gi, no water. We train Christmas Day, Easter. Jiu-jitsu was life for a few years at the start of my career. Yeah, so I definitely felt like I had an edge in jiu-jitsu over Blair.
Well, mate, I mean, you have had a very weird last couple of years. You get the Contenders fight. It's not the fight you want. You then have to compete in anywhere you can. You have your other fight, which, look, guy nowhere near you. You showed that, but nowhere near the sort of caliber. You then get this ultimate challenge where it's like, man, whoever wins this could really be a shot for the UFC. Where do you feel you sit now in terms of the UFC? Do you think you need another couple more regionally, or what's your thoughts?
Going off the history of guys who have gone on to Contender Series and not completely dropped the ball and got knocked out or finished or anything, guys who have had good fights, close decisions, someone like who I've watched closely, Diego Lopez, he lost his first fight on Contender Series. Those guys, they get back in there, they get 2-3 quick fights in a row, kind of like what I have, and then the UFC comes calling in like a week or two before a fight, so I definitely feel like I put my name back in the mix there, showing them that like I'm done now. I'm like, yeah, I had a crack, but I'm still here. I'm still trying to get better. I still want to be in there.
So the final question then is do you want the eternal middleweight title shot, or do you want to just get the UFC straight away?
Fuck, get me to the UFC. UFC in February, fucking get me in there. I don't want to train for 5 rounds now yet.
Do you know if that's like in talks yet or anything? Like if they said, "Oh, go get a quick couple and come back"?
I've just been told by my manager and my coach 2 to 3 fights before the end of the year, and we're going to roll the dice.
So you reckon you're in?
I pray to Allah. I pray to God. I'm praying, yeah, but I think I've done enough work to get myself in there.
Well, mate, it's an honour to see you fight finally and us to finally have a chat. So I'm glad that you could sort of pull it all together and show everyone just how good you are and why people were pushing for you to go to the Contender Series in the first place. So congratulations, and if there's anything else that you want to say, man, feel free.
I just want to say, like, thanks to you and Joel, guys who have been covering MMA here locally for a long time, doing a good job, like helping out the fighters like this, pushing our name internationally. Like, I first started fighting in 2014 on Brace. Remember Brace? Yeah. And we had no media. Brace didn't even do media. They didn't even stream the fights. They will put up a Facebook post or some shit like that. I didn't even think they had Instagram until about 2016 or something. So yeah, just thanks to you and Joel and all the other guys like Submission Radio as well, who, even though they're not around anymore.
No, they're still rolling.
Oh, sorry, one of them.
They just don't like you guys.
Yeah,
they don't like regional.
Right, yeah. Just pushing us. So
yeah, congratulations, brother.
Thanks,
I really
bro.
appreciate it. Thank you. Well, anytime, mate. Anytime you want to chat, give me a call.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks, bro. Awesome.
You earned that, mate. You really did.